music. It's time to paint the town. It's time for us to turn your world inside out and upside down. So are you ready? Sit back, hold on tight. For once you've heard the music, it's clear as black and white. Anything is possible, and nothing's what it seems. The time has come to raise the roof and dream beyond your wildest dreams. Anything is possible, and it's all here for you. Just close your eyes and make a wish and watch your dreams come true. Time to raise the curtain on marvels galore. A party's going on, the likes of which you've never seen before. We're glad to see you, so glad that you came. For once you crash this party, you'll never be the same. Anything is possible, and everything's in store. You think you've seen it all, my friends. You've seen a lot, but wait, there's more. Anything is possible, it's such a surprise. Just close your eyes and make a wish and watch your spirits rise. There's a feeling inside that you can't seem to shake. There's a thrill in the air, you can make no mistake. What's that look in your eye, that mysterious grin? Kiss your troubles goodbye, let the party begin, begin. Anything is possible, and nothing's what it seems. The time has come to raise the roof and dream beyond your wildest dreams. Anything is possible, and it's all here for you. Just close your eyes and make a wish. Anything is possible, just close your eyes and make a wish. Anything is possible, just close your eyes and make a wish. And watch a dream come true.
Welcome to the First Unitarian Church of Orlando. I'm Martha Haney. I'm a member of the congregation here at 1U. We welcome all to join us as we explore our Unitarian Universalist faith, which draws us into a community of justice seekers with a commitment to lifelong spiritual growth and compassionate service to the community. Today, we ask you to take a minute and please get a small bowl and a pitcher or a glass of water to participate in the water ritual, which will happen during today's service. For more information about our congregation, you can go to orlandouu.org or email WelcomeTeam@orlandouu.org. And you can join us after the service for our fellowship, where we gather with each other and chat. During that time, one of the breakout rooms is the Welcome Center, where you can bring any questions you have about our church. The meeting number and passcode are on your screen, and they will be repeated at the end of worship. Everyone is welcome. Our announcements today all have links in our newsletter or on our website. To welcome the Reverend Margalie Belizaire to First Unitarian Church of Orlando and to honor her birthplace of Haiti, a matching fundraiser is being established with the support of a 1U member. This is a dollar-for-dollar match up to $7,500 for a total goal of $15,000 to the Unitarian Universal Service Committee's Haiti Emergency Response. The challenge match ends September 30th, 2021. Funds can be donated two different ways, directly to the UUSC or through 1U. You can see details in the chat. We're happy that Reverend Margalie will be holding Vespers on the second and fourth Wednesdays via Zoom from 6 to 6:30 p.m. And it's almost time for Pride, Come Out with Pride 2021. Volunteer co-chairs, organizers, decorators, and booth staff are needed for the Orlando Pride 2021 Parade and Festival. This will be held Saturday, October 9th, 2021. You can email prideparade2021@orlandouu.org to volunteer. And today is the last day to sign up for covenant groups. I hope you will join me in making an offering to support the many ministries of this congregation. You can go to orlandouu.org and click the Donate button in the upper right-hand corner, or you can send a text, or you can send a check. Our Share the Plate this month is with Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida. You can give to our Share the Plate partner directly on their website. Please let us know if you donated by dropping a line to programassistant1u@gmail.com. And thank you. It's wonderful being with you here today. Now, let us worship together once again.
As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who should wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, sisters, let's go down, and let's go down, come on down. Oh, sisters, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who should wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brothers, let's go down, let's go down, come on down. Oh, brothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who should wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, fathers, let's go down, come on down. Oh, fathers, let's go down, down in the river to pray. As I went down in the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who should wear the robe and crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, mothers, let's go down, don't you want to go down? Oh, mothers, let's go down, down in the river to pray. Oh, mothers, let's go down, down, down. Oh, mothers, let's go down in the river to pray. Down in the river to
As we gather this morning to kick off the new church year, to participate in our water communion service, we are called to worship by the words of Rachel Roth. There is in this place the possibility of healing, of repair, of making things right within ourselves, between us, and with the wider world. Come, let us worship together.
Good morning. We're the Hoopers. I'm George.
And I'm Kay.
It's a tradition in Unitarian Universalist churches to light a flaming chalice in worship. We do this to create a reverent space for reflection, for prayer and meditation, and for song. So join us as we say those traditional words as we light our chalice.
In
In the light of truth and in the warmth of love, we gather to seek, to sustain, and to share.
Our story today is called Together by Emma Dodd. Today, we had a special day. We saw the rising sun. It was so special watching it with you, my little one. Today, we had a dreamy day. We watched the clouds float by. We played and laughed together as the sun shone in the sky. Today, we had a joyful day. We both learned something new. I taught you lots of things I know and learned so much from you. Today, we had a perfect day. We held on to each other. And as the day draws to a close, I can't wait for another. And when I think about the days that I will love forever, the ones I will remember are the ones we spent together. Thanks for listening to our story, Together by Emma Dodd.
In his book, Blue Mind, author Wallace J. Nichols talks about the surprising science that shows how being near, in, on, or underwater can make us feel happier, healthier, more connected. This is what the science is saying. So may the following meditation that offers you the possibility of experiencing water, albeit virtually, may it offer you some calmness in your heart and spirit. I now invite you into meditative prayer. Center yourself in your space while focusing on your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Close your eyes or soften your gaze as you are willing and able. Stay focused on your breath. Now, imagine you are in a clearing, a green, lush meadow where the sun is warm and a soft breeze is blowing. You are perfectly at ease in this meadow. As you travel through the clearing, you come to the edge of a forest that is calm and inviting. You might hear birds chirping from the soft rustle of the wind blowing through the breeze. The forest calls you inward, and you continue traveling deeper into the forest, knowing you are safe and held in this moment. In the forest, you come to a small lake with cool,
moving water. You take a moment to rest after your long journey through the meadow and the forest. As you sit at this water's edge, you begin to reflect on your journey, both the one you just took walking through the forest and your life's journey. You look back over the moments in your life and assess how you journeyed so far. You smile and celebrate the times when you were at your best. You continue to reflect and you commit to do better where opportunities were missed. You think about all the decisions you made and those that were made for you, all of which have led you here to this point in your life. At another water's edge, you bless all the moments, the ones where you were at your best and the ones that you commit to do better. You continue to linger at the water's edge a little bit longer, deciding on your next step. Take a moment and decide how you move forward. Now, open your eyes slowly if they are closed. And may you use all water's edge moments wisely. May they be blessed.
Water is more than simply a metaphor. It is elemental and primary, calling forth feelings of awe and reverence. Acknowledging that the ocean is considered by many to be the place from which all life on our planet came. It is the womb of life, and that amniotic waters surround each of us prenatally. We now realize that this worship service was for us a new story of creation. We choose water as our symbol of our empowerment. So said Carolyn McDade and Lucille Shuck, the two Unitarian Universalist women who created the water communion service, which has become such an integral part of our denomination. It has become our custom as UUs to gather together in this way to start off the church year. McDade and Chuck created this meaningful ritual in 1980 for the Women in Religion Continental Convocation of Unitarian Universalists. I, for one, am grateful to these two women. In this service, we bring water from a place that ideally has some special significance to us, or use whatever water is available to represent such a place. We then combine our waters together. This communion is symbolic of our shared faith coming from many different sources and represents our commitment to continue seeking for truth and meaning and community together. It also speaks to our connectedness to one another, to the totality of life, and to our place on this planet. This morning, using a modified version of a water communion ritual, which was created by the Reverend Darcy Lane, we will have 4 periods of engaging whatever water you might have with you. In this week's newsletter, and during the announcements, you were asked to have an empty bowl and some water nearby so that you can participate along with us. That is our music director, Aubrey, our worship committee chair, Linnea, one of our RE staff members, Emma, and myself, as we participate, as we engage in this water communion ritual. We will explore what water could symbolize in our lives. First, we'll reflect on how, while water, many have it in abundance, others struggle in scarcity. Water and drought. Second, we'll reflect on water as it symbolizes movement and change. Water that carries us. Third, we'll reflect on water that reminds us of life's storms, our concerns, worries, sorrows, frustrations, and losses. The water of storms. And finally, we'll reflect on water that reminds us of the well springs of life, the water that sustains us. Please participate as you are willing and able, knowing that being here together with us is enough. Water and drought. This container, made by the hands of one new member, Rachel Gardner, empty, serves to remind us of all who lack access to safe and affordable water. This is while others are simultaneously being flooded by it. I dedicate this water from the past 30 years of water communions, courtesy of Reverend Marnie, mixed with water from just a couple of Saturdays ago. I dedicate this water to begin our water communion as a symbol of our solidarity with all those around the world who are calling for human right to water. If you would like to pour water representing an awareness of scarcity in our community or our lives, please pour a little bit of water in the bowl that you have before you. I also invite you to reflect on this dual manifestation of water, scarcity and overabundance. Feel free to share in the chat thoughts from your reflection on this. May we appreciate the power of water.
The waters that carry us, just as we have moments of drought and of scarcity, we have moments of change. Occasionally, it is in the periods when we are experiencing a lack that we are most transformed. Let us not resist those moments and instead go along with them and be curious about where the waters take us. Now, I invite you to add water to your bowl. As a reminder of the changes and transformations in your lives, your journeys, whether spiritual or physical. If you feel moved to, please share in the chat a change or transformation you might be experiencing presently. May we appreciate the power of water.
The water of storms. Now it is time to add water symbolizing the storms in our lives, the concerns and sorrows, confusions and frustrations. Allow this church community that is bearing witness to your suffering to be one of receiving and healing as it absorbs your storm. I'm pouring water for all the sorrows weighing on our hearts this morning. May this water serve as a balm for your heart, body, and spirit. If so moved, I invite you to share in the chat about someone or something that is on your heart this morning due to sorrow. Yesterday was 9/11 Remembrance Day. Let us never forget those who perished that day and send collective healing energy to those who continue to be impacted by the events of that day. And this week is Suicide Prevention Week. Be mindful of those in your life who might be experiencing emotional challenges and reach out to them as you can. Let's continue to keep in our hearts and send prayers to those whose lives have been impacted by the very real storm of Hurricane Ida. May we appreciate the power of water.
The waters that sustain us. Splashing water that cools the bodies and brings joy and laughter. A glass of water that replenishes and satiates. beautiful oceans and lakes, the sound of running water, sitting at a water's edge, children playing in water. As we conclude our water communion, I invite you to add water to your bowl to remind you of the well springs of your life. The water that sustains you when you are feeling empty, the joys that give you hope and buoy you up. I invite you now to share in the chat about a joy, simple or unimaginable, that is on your heart this morning. May we appreciate the power of water.
Steph and David with fresh, clean drinking water from our tap that we can get at any time, and feeling very lucky to have access to this since so much of the world does not. So the vessel that we're going to pour this into is ourselves. Cheers.
We extinguish the flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
We are just getting started, dear ones. May we be faithful in our commitment to one another, to our values, and to justice in this world. Go in peace. Worship has ended, and now the service truly began.